Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Wildflower Wolves YouTube channel. It's Louise here. Okay, just getting things set up here. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's had a great start to the week. It's been voting day today. We've got a new project to cast on. I have a finish to show you, and I have um, a couple of works in progress to show you some updates on. Hello, Liz. So, hi. Oh, hi, Donna. Hi, Kim. Let's talk about the voting. Let me get my phone. I was going to try to screen share tonight and then thought, nope. I don't want to try and do that yet. So I'm just going to go old school here, pull up my phone, see if I can find Ravelry. And there was two patterns that you were all voting for today. One was a pair of mittens. One was a large shawl. And I will tell you, it was super, super, super close voting. Let me see. Do I have Ravelry open here? I do. Okay. So first one. Uh-oh. No, I don't. Hold on. Just let me type here for a quick second. So yes, the voting was really close. There was 2 votes different in the winning pattern versus the non-winning pattern. All right, let me see here. So you were voting mittens or shawl. So let me show you. Okay. Bear with me here. I'm getting a bunch of messages, so if something pops up on the screen. Snow blossoms. There is the mittens. Aren't they super cute? Color work. Now, if I was to do them, I don't think I would do alternating colors. I think I would just do them matchy-matchy. But look at, I love the thumb. The thumb gusset increases there. I really, really like that. So, Sherry, I saw your vote, so it counted. We'll find out if it helps sway one way or the other here. Um, I'll tell you in a minute. So let's chat a little bit. Snow Blossom. Stephanie Lotvin is the designer, and it is a paid for pattern. Oh, there's 32 pictures. Oh, I didn't even look at all the pictures. Look at that. So there's matchy-matchy with obviously a variegate or a self-striping yarn. Ooh, that is pretty. Ooh, okay, so this is just gonna be different color options maybe? Let's see, what else is there? That's the same. Oh, and they can be lined, which is a super amazing. I like a lined mitt because we all know mittens are nice, but they sometimes are not the warmest, even if you try to tight them super, super tight gauge. So these ones have an option to line them. Oh, there we go. They are done with fingering weight yarn because there's a different colorway. It was 2.75 millimeter needle. That I think is the same. That was the same. That's the same. Okay, some of these close up of the decreases. And she does say it's a stash busting project. Okay, I think the pictures are all basically the same. Hi, Carol. Hi, Nikki. With all the little balls of yarn, it looks like it was made using scraps. It was. Are you looking at it? Because there was one picture. I was say, are you looking on Ravelry? Because this one here, yes, that one could be. That could be instead of like a self-striping, be variegated or little leftover balls, right? And you can make your own color variation, which makes it even funner. So that was that. So what does it tell us? It was published this year, February 2025. It is fingering weight. It is 32 stitches is the gauge. And it says three different needle sizes, a 2, a 2.25, and a 2.75 millimeter. So a US 0, 1, and 2. It's adult, small, medium, and large. And yardage, there's like 265 to 580 yards, 242 to 530 meters. It says it's adult, bottom up, it's charted. I think it said it was only charted. And let's see, she started writing this in January, became quite obsessed with these mittens. As temperatures dropped and the snow piled up around the house, I pulled out tubs of scrap yarn and started knitting sitting by the fireplace. I knit mitten after mitten, happily mixing up colors, trying different sizes, and adding lining to make my mitts extra cozy. The snow blossom mitts are the creative project that seemed to blossom naturally with the new year. Quiet and calming, this was just the project I needed to keep my hands busy and warm. Now I'm excited to share this mitten pattern with you. Hope you enjoy these mittens as much as I do. They're knit seamlessly in the round using stranded color work. They're worked from the bottom up and features a fun, unusual thumb gusset. This pattern includes a detailed schematic, video tutorials, easy to memorize color work motif, optional instructions for adding lining to your mitts. Great for stash busting, perfect gift knitting. So, yeah. Anyways, it looks really cute, right? So that was your first option, mitts. The second was the Murphy shawl. Elena Marquez is the designer. And here it is. So I liked this because it's big and oversized. It just looks like a blanket or almost a cardigan, and I think it's done in DK yarn, if I remember right. 5 millimeter needle on DK, DK yarn. So this one is also a paid for pattern. This one's $4 US. I can't remember, but that snow blossom mitts, what was it? It was $6 US. Anyways, okay, let's go back to the Murphy shawl. Doesn't it just look super, super cozy? Hi, Sam. I see Sam is chatting with everybody, saying hi, making everybody feel welcome. That's lovely. Okay, so it was just published in March of 2025. This is a worsted weight yarn. Oh, I looked at another pattern. There was another shawl. Maybe it was the DK. Anyways, this here is worsted. 5 millimeter yarn needle. Oh my gosh, my words are not coming to me tonight. Worsted yarn, 5 millimeter needle. And it looks like maybe one size adult. Let's see. Kitchener stitch. Looking at the attributes, it says Kitchener. Okay, adult female Kitchener. Other color work, oversized, schematic, triangle-shaped, unisex, pattern written. Okay. What does it say about this? Murphy shawl is a cozy, oversized wrap pattern that is a great knit project for an adventurous beginner or someone looking for a repetitive, relaxing project. Size is completely customizable. Before starting, you will want to determine the wearer's wingspan by measuring fingertip to fingertip across the back with arms outstretched. Sample was made to fit a 64-inch wingspan. You'll need 5 millimeter US 8 needle with a 47 to 60-inch cord. A second similar size for Kitchener stitch. What are we Kitchener stitching closed? Okay. Ooh, gauge is not important for this project. You'll also need a locking stitch marker, tapestry needle, and scissors. Sample was made out of 100% baby alpaca. Pattern Pattern includes instructions for color blocked version, but can easily be completed using only one color. And depending on your wingspan measurements, you may need more or less yarn. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if there's some couple more pictures. So there is, okay, so if you look at the original picture here, so there is color blocking. Looks like one half of the triangle. Are we Kitchener stitching both halves together? What are we Kitchener stitching? Is there more color options? Nope, just that one color option. What? I don't know. Does it look like there's maybe like a picot bind off or something there or cast on? Anyways, kind of looks interesting. It just looks really nice and cozy. So, hi Bernadette. Hi Carol. Hi Sam. Susanna. Oh, $9 Canadian. Is that for the mittens? Hi Diane. Hi Jude. Oh, yes, yes. How's Sam feeling? I'm just checking to see who else here. Lynn and Mary. Diane. Diane T. Diane Z. Hi Liz. Lynn. Hi Cindy. Susanna. Hi Jen. Jen, how are Sock Madness socks? Are you on? You must be. Are you finished round 3 yet? Or close? And Nikki's here, and Susie, and Sherry, and Jocelyn, Alice, and Sally, Kim, Donna. Okay, I think I got everybody who has said hi. Okay, so those are the two projects that I looked on Ravelry and thought these look super cozy. So there was a lot of votes tonight. I think we had about 112 votes, and it was, like I said, it was split down the middle. The winning project won by 2 votes. Instagram stories was tied 50-50. Facebook and YouTube, that's where the 2 extra votes came from. And, there's another place you can vote, you guys, but maybe I will, oh, hey, Cheryl. Maybe Drake. Oh my gosh, it's already 20 after. Okay, did I miss my drum roll? Oh no, now I lost my train of thought. Okay. I was going to tell you there's a new place that you can vote, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so both the projects, there was lots of comments on, some people voted for the shawl because I typically don't like knitting mitts, which is why I picked a really, really fun pair with color work, the different gusset, thinking that that would give me the incentive to get a finished pair of mitts. So some people said do mitts because I've got a lot of shawls that I'm already knitting. Some people said do shawls because I don't like knitting mitts, which both are quite accurate. There is some votes for shawls because they're like, no, forget about winter. It's all about spring. Springs are perfect shawl knitting. We don't want to think about winter, which I totally get. But then I think it was Mary who also said mitts make a great portable project for like summer knitting. As much as we don't want to think about snow and cold when we're sitting on the beach or doing something summery, but it is also, it is true. It is a good project to throw in your bag, take it to the beach, take it to a baseball game, a soccer game, or something. And they do make a good portable project if you don't want to work on socks. Cheryl said, I like the mitts, but pick the shawl because I might finish it. I know. Well, I was really hoping to pick a mitten pattern that I would be inspired to knit because I haven't started mitts in a long time because any mitts that I have found that I've started over the last year or so, yeah, they end up not getting finished for whatever reason. So anyways, I thought this was going to be the week that I could find a really super fun pattern, cast on, and finish it. Liz is giving me my drum roll. There's my sign. Okay, so what did I say? 112 votes. The winning pattern won with 51% of the votes. 2 extra votes went for this pattern. So insert your drum roll. The project that I'm going to cast on this week is okay, the shawl. So you guys knew that mittens typically are not my project. So just like Cheryl, who said that a shawl because I might finish it, that must have been the dipping thought that I would never finish. I would never finish the mitts. Oh, Sherry, I know you voted for the mitts, but you could put them in your Ravelry queue, right? Maybe this is something that we revisit in the fall. Um, has anybody knit mitts with that kind of gusset? I don't think I have, but somebody just recently was talking about a pair of mitts. I think it was a lady, Carol. Was it Evelyn on our Thursday afternoon knitting group? I think she had a mitten last Thursday, and she was talking about the thumb gusset, how it comes right out of the ribbing. And then when I saw these mittens that were colorwork and you could add lining, and then I saw the thumb gusset, I was like, "Oh, this is like has all the makings of a super fun, perfect project." Oh no, there's a couple boos in here. People that were voted for the mitts. Well, maybe the mitten pattern will come back, you know. Maybe it will be one of these ones that maybe at some point I should have a couple of Mondays where the the patterns that did not win, put them together and see which one comes out on top. And maybe the mitten one, I know maybe it's spring. Maybe that's what, swayed a couple people towards the shawl. Oh, Jocelyn, I think you voted for the mitts too, didn't you? Your eyes are so tired. I'll see you guys on Friday. Okay. All right. Well, Jocelyn, I'm glad you popped in to say hi. Have a great week. And yes, my goodness, Friday night. It'll be Jocelyn and I. Is it mid-month motivation already? Holy smokes. Okay. Time flies. A loser lineup. I know, I don't wanna call them losers, just the non-winners. That's right, a loser lineup. It would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I know I don't do mitts, but I want to do mitts, you guys. Anyways, the shawl it is. Worsted weight yarn, 5 millimeter needle. Okay, but is anybody else confused where there's Kitchener stitch on a shawl? Where there's the 2 halves? Like, am I knitting it triangle, triangle, Kitchener stitching it up the center back? Is it knit intarsia, like color blocking? I don't know. I'm gonna have to get the pattern and read this. Maybe Kitchener stitch, maybe that's a mistake. Maybe there's no Kitchener stitching. Um, Susanna, I put a pattern for another mitt. Oh, did you? Okay. Second chance showdown. I like that. Second chance. Okay, we're gonna have to remember that. Second chance. Maybe it's just the last few stitches to maintain the edging. Yes, maybe. But okay, that could possibly be. Um, oh, hands off Canada mitts. Oh, okay, yes. I saw a couple people. So we had our girls' weekend this past weekend. Cheryl, you bought yarn to do one of the Canadian hats, and Marg ended up getting yarn to do a hat that has I think it's gray with the red maple leafs on it. And oh, Nikki says I looked at it earlier, and I would say your Kitchener stitch it together to color block it. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. That's gonna be a lot of Kitchener stitching. Um, yes. Oh, and Trish got the hat. Yes. I mean, very appropriate for right now for us to be knitting something Canadian with maple leaves on it. Fun. It looks like a super cute hat. I also saw Kelly from Knits and Pieces. She posted on Instagram and she was wearing, I think the pattern was called Live by the Leaf. And it was, so I think, is that the same pattern that you guys are going to do as well? And yeah, it's super cute. What else? Okay, let me find. Okay, I'm just going to start showing. And then I have something exciting to tell you guys. I Yes, I have some new yarn. I bought a little bit of yarn on our weekend away. I'm gonna show some of it this week and some of it next week. So this is the Sophie hood from um um looks like February 17th. So it has not gotten very much bigger. Have this really cute flower marker on here that I like. It doesn't I picked this up and I knit a little bit on it yesterday before we packed up at the retreat. It does go really, really quick because the rows are so short. I just didn't take a whole lot of time to work on it. So, but there's a little bit of progress on here. Sam says, I don't like Kitchener stitch. I don't understand. Well, Sam, you were doing it just fine. Just need to practice it once or twice more. It'll become second nature and it'll be easy peasy. So Sophie Hood had a little bit of work done on her. Got a couple more. My hat, my snow carved hat that I was doing out of this. I think this was probably Patton's Classic Wool that I dyed. So there's a super bright, fun yarn. I have got the 5 inches of ribbing done. Nothing super exciting to show you, but there's a long tail cast on, 2x2 ribbing, and it measured 5 inches. So I got the ribbing done while we were away at our retreat weekend as well. So it is set to start the slip stitch pattern, which I'm really, really excited for. I did do, where am I? I did do a little bit more on the entrelac dishcloth. So it's getting there. I do about a row a week. So at this at this um at this rate, it'll be done in a couple more weeks. But that is all I had in that bag. So those two projects got a little bit more done on them. And what else? I have, here's my finish. Fiber friends, it is toy knitting month. Here is my cat. Oops, I gotta fix his tail apparently. I have a tail sticking out. Anyways, that's fine. There is the tiny windowsill cat. She is so cute. I'm not sure. Her whiskers might need a little tweaking here or trimming, maybe. But anyways, she was super, super fun to make. Took like an afternoon, little I-cord for the tail, stockinette, some fun shaping here to do the body and the head and the ears. I know, really, really, really cute. Really, really cute. Really fun. This is my kind of toy knitting, something fairly simple and quick. Alyssa, she did a pair, a teeny, 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 tiny pair, like really like this big, and a cute airplane. Really, really fun. And, did I put pipe cleaner in her tail? I did not. And her tail is just, yes, it is just really tight I-cord, and it is just sitting just like that. I know. Very, very cute. I should put her over here with the snowman. Oh, there we go. So there's a finish. I've got to put her on the whiteboard and gonna check that off as another finish, another start, and another finish. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna check. Nikki says, well, that is half the work. There are 5 inches. Oh, okay, 5 inches. Oh, Susanna said Canadian designer. Is that for the hat, the maple leaf hat? Nice. Oh, Pearl Soho. Okay. All right. Anyway, so last week's project was the socks. My ball band somehow has fallen off, but it is Regia Festival color. There's the ball band. And it is color, I think it is color 28, no, 02878. And, or the other number on the ball is 24494. But very springy, purpley oranges and blues. It's knitting up. Lovely so far with what I have got cast on and knit. So I'm using a little 9-inch circular, and I did pull out a bunch of yarn so I could get to the start of this blue round. So there's a little bit of this kind of light pinky color on top, and then that's the blue round. So the blue stripe is pretty narrow, and then this light pinky color is wider, and I'm still have got quite a ways. Oh, I think I'm almost at, oh, there's purple. Almost at the purple. So that's exciting. So that'll be another, what, round or two? And then I'll be at the purple. So this is underway. This is just going to be, I'm just using my super, super simple top down sock pattern, but I am going to switch the heel out. Instead of doing heel flap and gusset, I'm going to put a strong heel in here because this is the year, you guys, I am really going to work through all of the different heels. Last year, I made a good attempt, but it didn't get done near as many as I would like to have gotten done. So this is going to be the strong heel on here. So far, so good. It's knitting up. Easy peasy. Okay, I have got some crochet to show you. So we had our crochet Zoom call 2 weekends ago, which was a lot of fun seeing what everybody had gotten done. It was a lot of fun. So I did a couple of more going back to Yarn Utopia's squares. I redid, I think this was number 12 again. Oh no, now I can't think. 11, 12. This might be 12. I think this is 12. And I think this is 13. And I have to start 14. But this one here, I really, really like. I really like them both. I have to say, my crocheting has gotten a little bit better. I'm feeling like my squares are so pretty much square. I don't have to like really block them out and stretch them to get them into shape. So I am definitely improving. I mean, practice really does make perfect. And I do have another little one, just a plain granny square started. But are you guys ready for this? Toy knitting continued on our weekend away, and Susanna had gifted me the granny square chicken pattern. Look at this. I just have to put her together and crochet the tail. So I did this Saturday, Sunday, Saturday. Most of it Saturday, finished a little bit of it on Sunday while I was away. So Cheryl was there. She also made one really, really cute. And so she was there. She was my moral support, but I really only needed her to help clarify one thing in the pattern. The rest of the pattern, I read from the pattern, and I was able to figure it out all on my own, which I'm, like, really, really, really happy with. But doing those videos and listening to the videos, I know some of you who are more expert, experienced crocheters, when you listen to the video where she's just going, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, you're like, "Oh my goodness, I cannot listen to that for one more video." It has helped me immensely. So, I was able to understand in the written pattern with no video, I was able to go by the pattern and where it said insert into the next stitch, insert into the next space. I knew what they were talking about. Um, I knew that the stitches, the single, the double, the half double, the treble. I did those without having to look them up. So this is a huge success. So what I did for colors, I've been using a Karen cake ball. I think it was red cherry chip, so it was shades of pinks. And then I had taken another Karen cake ball with me, and it was shades of orange. And so I took the orange ball and just wound it off into colors. Just looking to see. I've got the ball band here so I can tell you. So Karen Cakes from Michaels. It is 80% wool. No, other way. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Spice cake is what this one is called. So it's a worsted weight. And so hey Louise, I just took them all apart and there honestly wasn't that many colors in the orange. There were like really was 3. Well, maybe 4. This one here is a little bit darker, but not as many. There was seemed yeah, this one, there's a little bit difference in those 2. Anyways, what I ended up doing was taking some of my little balls from the pink cherry chip balls that I've been using for all my other crochet, and I just kinda mixed them together, just randomly picked, and I think the colors turned out really fun. So I just going to use one little color, I don't know, pink again, maybe the orange, and do a little tail, stuff her, and sew up, and then she'll be there. But we're also talking about how if you didn't stuff, it would make just a cute hot mat or just to hang in the kitchen. I don't know, it looks fun. So I'm thinking I may actually do some more of these because they're really cute, and I like this stitch, this dropped stitch with the pink there, just going around. It just added just a little pop of color, and it looks so, so fun. Oh, Jude says, "Looks amazing." Did you ever imagine back in December that you'll be making crocheted stuffies? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, but let me tell you, I'm already starting to think about crocheted snowflakes for December. Yes. Did I see Sherry's comment? Oh, yes, yes, yes. I am most certainly open, but I know what you're gonna tell me, I think, Sherry. Are you gonna tell me to do so you're talking the center here about doing, like, the magic ring? I've heard about it, and I've actually done that to start knitting projects from the center out, but I haven't something else? Yes, Sherry, please tell me. I am open. I want to learn all the things. Yes. So I think I will, because I know some people have done, like, the magic ring, so the center will pull close tighter. So there's no hole there. Um, but yeah, I would love to know what else. I just haven't ventured into that, but now I'm thinking maybe I could try the center part. Yeah, I know. I'm really, really surprised. Pleasantly, pleasantly surprised. Okay, so while Sherry is typing a tip for me, um, we did some yarn shopping. Now, sit back and we're gonna talk a little bit about Koigu yarns. Cheryl is going to, I'm sure, be going, "Oh my gosh, here she goes again." I was so excited to go to Koigu. I have wanted to go there for a very, very, very long time. And anyways, I have just never been able to go. Oh, okay, hold on. We're gonna hold that thought for one moment. Susanna says, I often do the magic ring, but you have to know how to convert from the chain to start the magic ring. Okay. All right. So that's gonna take a little bit of a learning curve for me. Oh, I guess so, because otherwise she tells you like to chain 4 or 5 and then to join. But if that gives you, like, your center, like but if you do the magic ring, yeah, how do you know how big to make your ring? Is that what you're getting at, Susanna? Okay, Sherry said at the oh, oh, oh. Oh, at the very end. Okay. Okay, this is exciting. Okay, Sherry said at the end of the square, rather than slipping into the top of your starting chain for the round, slip stitch into the space between the starting chain and the first stitch. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay. You can see my Diane, my center, you mean my center doesn't tighten any more than that. I've tried to tighten it as much as I could. Thank you, Sally. Oh, and Susanna says, yes, that's it. Um, about yeah, estimating how big you need your chain, your magic ring to be. Okay. Okay, Sherry, that I like even have to stop and think about that. Slip stitch into the space between the starting chain. Oh, and the first. Oh, so instead of slipping up here, you're slipping down. Oh, okay. All right. I can try that. I can try that. Thanks, Sherry. Oh, Sam's going to be done dishcloth 52 on Wednesday. That's amazing. And Diane Zed says magic ring will tighten more. Okay, I'm open to try both of those things on the crochet squares that I do this week. All right. Woohoo. Okay, that is so exciting. Okay, so back to Koigu shopping, you guys. So Koigu, Diane, do you have Koigu yarn at any of your shops in California? So, because they do sell to quite a few shops. So look at this. They even have their own fancy bags. Isn't that exciting? So there you go, Koigu. Ooh. Um, so it is a family run business, 3 generation of women in the family. Started with grandma, mom, and daughter. That's how I think of grandma, and then her daughter, and then her granddaughter are now working there. And they said that we were doing a little bit of reading on the website when we were driving home, and says that they have under 10 employees. So they're still a small business, but they do ship internationally for their yarns. So they've been featured in a lot of magazines, and yeah, their yarn is really, really gorgeous. And I bought a little bit while I was up there. So they do open houses apparently 4 times a year. They were talking about a tent sale in the summer. So I will definitely be going back. There was, oh, and Nita. I saw Nita voted tonight. I can't remember if she voted Shawl or Mitts though, but we met Nita. Cheryl and I got to meet Nita. She watches the Fiber Friends, and I saw she voted here. So yes, it was lovely. We just happened to be there at the same time. She was popping in. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look and see if she posted in the Fiber Friends what she ended up with, but she was in and out pretty quickly because she knew what she was looking for. So I bought some yarn and some fiber because I have been spinning lately. So Koigu yarn is, I'm just looking around because I think, oh no, there it is. I was gonna say I lost a ball of yarn. So Merg, so there was 5 of us that went away for the weekend this past weekend, our annual girls knitting retreat weekend. And when we went into Koigu, everybody kind of went off and was looking at their own things, and Mark found the fiber. So this is 100% merino, and the colors are amazing. So everything, I think it has a color. Yes, color 525. There's no names for any of their colorways, they're just all numbers because they have I don't even know how many colors. It was really Nita was telling us, about the yarn like, there's rooms of yarn, so it's their warehouse that they open up, so they had their dye studio open, so you could see there was a woman in there dyeing, and then you could just walk through the warehouse, and they had different things set up. There was some sale yarns, there was the regular, um, just stock. There was a lot of samples in one room, and it just kept going and going and going. Susanna's Koigu Canadian. Yes, it is. It's in Ontario, and they have gorgeous, gorgeous colors. It always yeah, very they have a lot. They do have what they're solids. I'll show you some here in a second. They have what they call solids, but to me they're tonal. And then they have variegated. They're really known for their colorful colorways. So there was this. Mark found the braids and she suggested that I buy one since I am now doing a lot more spinning, and I totally agreed and grabbed this colorway. Then there were these big skeins of yarn. This is 1,000 yards. It was in yards, wasn't it, Cheryl? Cheryl also got one of these, but in a different colorway. And I had looked at these and I had looked at there was a couple of ones that were more chocolate brown. And I looked at them, I picked them up, I put them down, picked them up, put them down, and then I walked away. And then when I came back, Cheryl was looking, which then kind of, I had to stop and look again. And this one here maybe had been underneath and maybe, people had been looking through and this one was sitting on the top. And when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my goodness. This is it." There wasn't even any second guessing. I just picked it up and I'm like, "Okay, this is going to come home with me and make it into a summer top." So it's fingering weight, 100% merino, and it is gorgeous. All the colors. So it's this lovely, I don't even know what, like a golden brown, and then it has 3 pops of color. It has got green and pink and somewhere here, somewhere here, there is blue right there. Blue and a pink and a green. So there's 3 colors right there. So it's going to be beautiful. Oh my gosh, yes. So knit them right off the Swift. I know. Well, Cheryl was really, she's like, how am I going to do this? Because I know we thought, oh my gosh, yeah, it would be nice if you didn't have to cut them and have those ends to weave in. Cheryl did wind hers while we were at the retreat because this whole house is set up for crafting weekends. So there is a Swift and a ball winder there. It's set up for sewing, quilting, cutting boards, ironing boards, irons, like just all, kind of all some of all the tools that you need are there. So Cheryl set up and she did wind hers. And yes, she said in the chat she got it into two large cakes. And she did cast on. So stay tuned. Saturday, Fiber Friends. You will definitely see an update on Cheryl's. Probably not mine this coming weekend, but soon. So I know it's just so pretty. I tell you, I had to restrain myself when I was there. I actually I left some yarn there that I had in my basket. And um I honestly, I would have taken it back and put it on the shelf, but it was like a maze in there. And my first time being there, I thought I didn't want to put it in the wrong spot. So I just like, gave it and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this another time. I had to, yeah, I had it was hard. It was hard, but I can show a little bit of restraint and I did not come. It was shades of green and it was really, really nice. So I would definitely get that next time. Um, oh, yes, I know. Look at that. Jude is already looking forward to seeing your sweater, Cheryl. Oh, Sam, you sent me a picture? Okay. What else? So what else did I get there? There were these packages, 50-gram skeins, fingering weight yarn. Again, 100% merino. So this is all basically shades of gray. There's 3 skeins here. These 3. These 3 are the same dye lot or the same color. And then these 2 are just a little different. This one's just a little darker, and this one has a little bit of green in it. So this one here is they're variegated, and these ones here are they're solids that are tonal, which makes me like them even more. So anyways, these ones here, I bought these not really knowing what I will do with them. And then I got some blues because it was so hard. There was so many gorgeous colorways. Like it was at some point you just had to stop looking because it was you liked this one, then you picked up 2 more and you're like, "Oh, I like this one. I like this one. I like this one." You could have came home with all of them. So in this set of 5, every color is different, but I do believe this one here they consider they're solid, and this one here was considered a solid. So those ones, I don't know, a shawl, a gradient, a fade, we'll see. Anyways, I yeah, I went with the blue over the green, and I think our friend Alyssa ended up she came home with a set of greens, and it might have been the one that I had been looking at. So I'm glad somebody got it, and I'll be able to see all those greens knit up and into whatever she decides. Then we went to 2 more yarn shops. We always go to the Knitting Basket, which is just outside of Shelburne, and Linda's Craftique, which again is outside Shelburne, which is both just north of Orangeville. And Linda's Craftique, I'm going to show you that yarn next week. But I did get 2 skeins of sock yarn. I'll tell you it was all sock yarn for the rest of my shopping weekend was sock yarn. So, and I have 2 skeins here that came from the Knitting Basket. So I was on a little bit of an orange streak this past weekend. Got lots of great colors. So this one here is a Stell Evolution sock. So kind of oranges, pinks, and blues. And it's a 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon, 400 meters. Yeah, 400 meters, not 420. So there's a little less in here than there is in some. And then this was the second one I picked up. Cascade Heritage Prints. So again, 75/25 superwash. And what is the yardage on it? 400 meters. 437 yards. So that's that. So look, this here has got, yeah, I like that kind of turquoise with the orange and the yellow versus more of like a purpley blue with the orange and the yellow, but still very, very similar. This one does have, nope, this one has got pink in it. But yeah, I don't know. I like them both. I couldn't decide. In the Estelle, there was another colorway that was blues and yellows, maybe blue, green, yellow. And I put this one back for a quick sec, picked up the blue, and then I was like, because I thought, do I need 2 that are so close together? And in the end, I was like, yes, yes, I do. So I put the blue back. But then when we went to Linda's Craftique, there was a ball there that was blues and yellows, and I bought it. So I ended up with both shades in the end. So, oh, they look like sherbet. You're right, they kind of do, don't they? I know, I just think they're super fun, and they'll be just great bright colors for spring, summer, fall, winter socks. They're not really fall colors, but well, I mean, this one suppose it could be. This one here with the pink looks more summery, but yeah, they'll be fun. Sam sent me a picture. Okay. Let's see. Susanna, I have a $6,000 limit on my credit card. I would leave it at home. I know. I did. Yeah, I know. It was fun. I decided that I was going to buy some yarn, and I did. So, okay, let's take a quick look at. Oh, okay. All right, Sam, we'll chat about your picture later, okay? So anyways, that was it. I have more sock yarn, but I will show that to you next week. Um, yes, and I'm gonna revamp my shelves. This is gonna all go, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of new yarn in there. So something different to look at. Spring starts this week. It does. Isn't that exciting? It certainly felt like spring here on the weekend. Today was cooler, but nice. It was a cool spring day for sure. Okay, what else? I think that's maybe it. That's kind of what I worked on. My chicken is almost finished. My little kitten, my toy knitting. I feel like I have got my toy knitting done for the Fiber Friends podcast. Socks is going to start in April. Oh, for the last couple of minutes, let me tell you what else I have been working on. So, when we started chatting at the beginning of the podcast, I told you that there is a new place that you can go vote if you are really, really, really wanting your project to win. You can vote in all the places. So right now we've got here on YouTube, we've got Wildflower World's Facebook page, and on Instagram you can vote in the stories, and you can vote on the feed post. Oh, Susie, you got daffodils blooming there. Oh my gosh, I think ours are coming up. They're poking through the ground, but not blooming quite yet. Um, so the new place that you can all vote, you guys, I'm doing a little something exciting. I have started a Patreon page. So you can also go vote over on Patreon, and the voting is open. It's free to everybody. The Patreon tiers, Patreon is a paid for site. Some of the posts will be available for free, but over there on Patreon, it is going to be focused more on knit-alongs, knitting workshops, and some teaching how-to videos. So that is something there. If you are looking for a little bit more of how-tos, that is going to be available over on that platform. There's also going to be a community chat that is open to everybody. Let's see. Oh, actually, I should say the the chat is just a paid. There's 3 tiers, but it is available to all 3 tiers. But there will be some content on there that it should be set up that it's available, if you want to join for free, and then everything else is gonna stay the same. So our knit nights here on Monday nights is going to stay the same, and things are still gonna be posted on Instagram and Facebook as they normally are. So, yeah, it's just one more way that we can get in some extra knitting time. So the voting over there is also going to be set up as anybody that just goes onto Patreon. That post should show up every Monday morning as something that you can access for free. So that is a spot that you can go over and check that out as well. All right, everybody. Well, look at that. We were almost at 9 o'clock, which is super, super exciting, which means it is time for me to sit and knit for a little bit. I'm going to go look at the Murphy shawl. Find a 5 millimeter needle well, I'm going to see what I can find for a longer size needle and worsted weight yarn. How much yarn? I don't even think did I say how much yarn that pattern took? Let me see. I've got it right here. Worsted weight yarn. So it's talking 960 yards to 1440 yards. So it said it was customizable, right? So I wonder if that's just something you you just knit, right? Until you get it as big as you want. So depending on how if you want it larger, you're going to need more yarn. So where did that go? I'm going to have to see 1300, 800 meters. What do I have that oh, this is going to be fun. What yarn will I use for this? So oh. Okay, will I color block it? That is I wasn't thinking about color blocking. I actually honestly didn't even realize until tonight when I opened it up again and looked at it. I'm like, oh, those are two different shades of brown. I think when I looked at it this morning, it must have been not in the best light because I did not even realize it was color blocked. So, okay, quickly before we wrap up here in the next minute or so, couple minutes, um, would you color block it or would you do it all as one? So I guess if I don't color block, I don't have to Kitchener stitch, which isn't that big of a deal. It's just gonna be a lot it's gonna be more Kitchener stitching than I probably have ever done because typically it is toes on socks, fingertips when I actually do finish a pair of mitts. Um, oh, Susie says, "Yes, color black." Nikki says, "Yes, it would be fun." Liz, hunt the stash. Absolutely right. Oh, Jude, it's 1 AM. Okay. Oh, before and then it'll be 2 AM. Yikes. Okay. It is super late for you, Jude. I'm so glad that you popped in. Hopefully now you're all relaxed and can just drift off to sleep. Um, Pick a neutral and a color you wear a lot. That's a good, yes. Color block list says. I know color blocking would be fun. And to Kitchener stitch it, to do it kind of in two halves would be fun. But that just means not that that's a real problem, but I'm just saying, okay, then that means I have to find 2 colors that kind of go together, but and enough of 2 different ones. I've got a really fun, like, chartreuse color, but I'm not sure. No, that's it. I have it in with the worsted weight yarn, so it must be worsted weight. I have some pink, but I don't know if I want a pink shawl. I've got some variegated gray. Oh, I've got 2 kind of marled colors. I've got one that's a brown and one's a gray. Could those go together? Okay. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of looking and come up with some color ideas. Um, oh, oh, Jude. Oh, was that hopefully give you a proper answer? Yes. Sam, we'll chat about your picture you sent me. Anyways, I'm gonna have some fun looking here at my stash wall and be like, what can I put together that I would like to knit? I could not use any of my yarn because it is not worsted weight. So that's not going to help me at all. So I'm going to have to try to look through my stuff. Oh, you know what? Okay. We'll sit here all night if I keep looking at my stash because there's like so many possibilities. Jude says, if you color block, you don't need as much of one color. True. Very true. Making the shawl in just one color is going to need a lot of one color. That's true, which could be, I don't know which would be trickier, finding all one color that I have a lot of. Okay. I'm just going to have to go see what I can find. 2 DK equals worsted. You know what, Liz? I don't know if I have that much DK. I truly don't have a lot of DK. It's just this little part back here, and I've taken out all of the gold and did the lava flow cowl. And I took one ball of the gray out because that's what the little kitty is knit in a DK. And I think I did her on a 4 millimeter needle. I think it was a 4 millimeter with DK. And she wasn't knit super, super tight, but it was fine. It worked out okay. But you're right, two DKs. I could double up. You're right. Anyways, okay, this sounds like a fun little project for me tonight. And let me dig through all of my organized yarn and see what I can find. Or I could go to the basement. I could look in the basement for some yarn. Okay. I will post some pictures. Maybe we'll do a little more voting on what colors should go together if I'm going to color block this. Okay, so I'm going to go buy the pattern. I'm going to read the pattern and see if that's where the Kitchener stitching goes. I'm like super intrigued now about where you Kitchener stitch this. I mean both options. Sherry said like the edging, maybe you just Kitchener stitch it closed. But I'm kind of thinking Nikki might be right with the color block halves and you Kitchener stitch some. That would be really fun. I know. Oh no, not the basement. I know. I know. I am like I I know. I could start looking in totes and be totally surprised. I have to see. I wonder if there might be some more classic wool down there. I don't know. Okay, I think I will actually just take a little walk down there and see what I can see that's worsted and see what I've got for options down there. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much. That tip about joining works. Oh, Susanna, did you just try it on your square? All right, that's exciting. I'm going to give that a whirl. Sherry, thank you so much for the tip. Um, the basement stash is used as stashed. And yes, um, it is. I definitely need the basement yarn is yarn I haven't looked at a lot. I did grab, well, the green that my snow carved hat, that green, that bright green that I dyed, it came from the basement. And I think there was something else I grabbed some worsted. I did grab worsted weight from down there for something else. Can't remember now what it is. Um, oh, yep, Square City here. Susanna says, yay, keep going. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for voting. Thank you for joining here and watching tonight and for chatting in the chat. It's always fun. For you guys to chat amongst yourselves, and I can just chime in here every once in a while. So that's so fun. It's a great way to start the week. So Jocelyn, as she already said in the chat, we will be back here Friday night at 7:30. And we will chat. Won't be showing. It's only mid-month motivation. Yes, it is. I'm like, March is flying by. So there won't be any actual update on what our secret knitting is going to be, but we'll just get together and we'll chat for an hour and a half. We'll see how the night goes. And so join us Friday night if you can. And then Cheryl and I will be here Saturday on Fiber Friends channel Saturday morning talking about more toy knitting. And we can give you a little more update on the second half of our weekend away. Because when we chatted Saturday, we'd already been to Koigu, but then we went to the Knitting Basket and Linda's Craftique. And there was a couple of us that maybe went back to Linda's Craftique twice, which is now Cheryl FYI is just going to become a permanent thing every year. So, anyways, okay, everybody, have a fantastic week. Thanks for voting. Thanks for chatting and watching tonight. And we will talk soon. Happy knitting, everybody.